Good afternoon, everybody. Matt here from Anchor Down Gaming. Today, we are going to talk about The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild sequel and the top 5 things that I would like to see within this game. Let's get right into it. So the first thing I want to talk about that I'd like to see within this new Zelda game is the return of traditional dungeons. Now, this is pretty much a given to everybody. We all want traditional dungeons to make a return. Although the Divine Beasts and the shrines were nice in Breath of the Wild 1, they just didn't have that full Zelda aspect to them. I was a pretty big fan of them. I really enjoyed the 120 shrines. I thought it was great just having that much content. I really enjoyed the music that was in the shrines and the atmosphere that they gave, and a lot of the puzzles were pretty clever too. But with that being said, I don't want to see the shrines make a return in any way, shape, or form. Like maybe if we were to have one big, huge Sheikah temple that was the same style as the shrines, and it took, a few hours to complete, I'd be okay with that. But I don't want to see the shrines come back. Now, as far as the Divine Beasts go, I'm fine with them making a return in the game, but I don't want the dungeons to make a return in the form of Divine Beasts. I want traditional dungeons to come back like how they were in all the other Zelda games, and just treat us in that way as fans, right? Give us old school dungeons that are all unique in their own way. They have memorable soundtracks, memorable boss battles. Because, in the Divine Beasts, I think the boss battles were probably the most disappointing aspect of them. Just fighting, Water Blight Ganon and Thunder Blight Ganon, they were just all the same. You killed them all pretty much the same way. And it just got a little repetitive. And that's not how Zelda games are. So that's number 1 for my first pick for the top 5 things I want to see in The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild sequel. Number 2 for top 5 things I'd like to see in the new Zelda game is the return of key items. One item that I would really like to see make a return is the hookshot. Now, I'm cool with us having, multiple forms of these items, like, you can get an upgraded hookshot, you can get one that shoots further, one that's more stable. If they break, I'm perfectly fine with that as well. And on that topic, I also think that they should introduce weapon repairing. We should be able to repair any weapons and items that we have so that we can use them further, but find a way to make it unique without making it too simple, right? The breaking system, that can make a return too, but like I said, just give us a repairing system, make fans happy so that way we can keep using the items that we like. Bring back the slingshot. I know it's basically just like the bow, but, some people might want to use the slingshot, right? It's all about the atmosphere and the immersion that the game will give you. Maybe if you're going and you want to shoot down, a bee nest, you can use the slingshot instead, right? Lens of Truth. Now, it doesn't have to come back in the form of actual Lens of Truth, but maybe if we had, some new Sheikah items and, like a Sheikah lens to use, so we could see stuff that we wouldn't see otherwise. That would be great as well. Magaton Hammer. That would be great too. Give us a good hammer for mining that's great for breaking stones, and it's not going to break itself super easy. That way we can mine, all kinds of different gems and emeralds and whatnot, and get all kinds of rubies once we cash them in. So that's my second pick for what I'd like to see return in the new Zelda game. Number 3 for what I would like to see return in the new Zelda game. Now, this is a bit of a long shot, but I would love to see Loftwings make a return. Throughout the world of Breath of the Wild, there's all kinds of Loftwing statues and Loftwing, markings on the ancient ruins and whatnot, hinting back to the time of Skyward Sword. And I think it would just be so awesome if later on in the game, we found a nest of Loftwings that were left from ancient times, and then they got set out into the world of Hyrule, and we could use them to traverse the map. That would be so cool to be able to just fly on the back of a Loftwing anywhere you want, be able to tame them, be able to catch them. It would all just be so great. I loved Skyward Sword. I loved being able to fly throughout the world on the back of the Loftwings. And if they brought that mechanic back and put it into Breath of the Wild 2, I truly think that it could be something really special. Number 4 for what I want is thriving communities. Now, I know that in Breath of the Wild, it takes place 100 years after the Calamity, and, all the ruins are now destroyed, and a lot of the settlements are now destroyed. The entire Hyrule Castle town is completely demolished. But one thing that I was really looking forward to in Breath of the Wild when I first ever played it was hoping that after I defeated Calamity Ganon, that Hyrule Castle would return to its former glory and peace, and we would have a thriving community with all kinds of side quests to do and whatnot. But unfortunately, that wasn't the case. Now, they have a huge opportunity to make this a real thing. If they were to even make it, partially being built and still in the process of being rebuilt, that would be super cool. Like, have a huge castle town with tons of NPCs all over the place, tons of side quests to unlock, maybe a good 20 side quests alone just within Castletown to find. And then same within Hyrule Castle, all kinds of different side quests to unlock and things to explore, things to discover. That would be so awesome. Make the other towns that are already there bigger, expand on Terrytown, expand on Hatno Village, Goron City, by the Great Deku Tree, Gerudo Town. Just make them all bigger and more thriving with more quests, more stuff to do, more stuff to see, and put some new towns in it too that we've never seen before. That's number 4 for my picks. And now finally, number 5 for the top 5 things that I would like to see to make a return or just be in The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild sequel is the return of underwater gameplay. I'm a big fan of the water temples. The water temple in Ocarina of Time is my second favorite Zelda dungeon ever. And I'm also a very big fan of the water temple in Twilight Princess. So, bring back the iron boots as an item and give us that good underwater gameplay. Maybe do an upgrade to the Zora suit where we can swim around and do all kinds of crazy stuff, find underwater caves to explore, make the water temple completely underwater to get to it. And then once you go inside, it's just beautiful on the inside with all kinds of different levels to explore. That would be big. I know that underwater gameplay might be a big challenge in some cases, but the potential of Breath of the Wild with underwater gameplay is absolutely huge, especially where we have the whole coastline to explore, tons and tons and tons of different lakes and ponds and rivers to explore. It could be huge implementing underwater gameplay. And since we're going to be in the same world as Breath of the Wild 1, underwater gameplay is probably the number one thing that they could do to make this world more explorable. So that's it. Those are the top 5 things that I would like to see in The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild sequel. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. What do you guys want to see in The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild sequel? What are your top 5 picks? Thank you very much to everyone subscribing to my channel. Help me reach my goal of 100 subscribers. You guys are amazing. Remember to give me a follow on Twitter at AnchorDown902 and on Instagram at AnchorDownGaming. Till then, everybody, have a great day.